Back in October, I decided to go carry-on only for a 10-day cruise. This made for some creative packing and for some sacrifices. Today, I'm going to share what worked, what didn't, and what I'll do differently or the same next time. Hey y'all, I'm Ashley from All Bodies Travel, and this is a channel dedicated to everything from cruise ships to road trips, especially for those of us who live in larger bodies. Let's start with what worked well. I packed 3 or 4 cardigans and flannels to take to wear over my tees and tank tops, and that worked great. I was able to mix and match the overlayers with the underlayers and get different looks every day. And if anyone noticed, they didn't say anything. But really, nobody noticed. Nobody cares what we're wearing on cruise ships. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm a skirt wearer, so I took 3 or 4 skirts and 1 pair of jeans that I wore on the plane. My bottoms don't tend to get as dirty as my tops because my tops are in the way of food and also sweat. So I feel really comfortable wearing a bottom, a skirt, or a pair of jeans 2 or even 3 days without washing them. Now, controversially, perhaps, I took 1 pair of shoes, just one, a pair of sneakers. That worked for me because I need good support in my shoes at all times, especially when I'm walking long distances. Otherwise, my feet do bad things and it hurts to walk. So having 1 pair of sneakers was fine. I would have preferred to have 2 so I could switch back and forth and have different colors, but 1 worked perfectly fine. I was able to wear them on the plane, wear them the whole time, no problem. Now for you, you might be able to get away with a pair of sneakers and a pair of flats for your dressier pair of shoes for evenings. And, whatever works for you, whatever works for you and your body, it's great. Whatever works for you in the way you pack as well. So if you want to try going carry-on only, slip a pair of flats in there for the evening and see how that works for you. And even though I wore sneakers in the evening with my dress-up clothes, nobody cared. Nobody said anything. There might have been funny looks, but I didn't even notice. I didn't care because I was doing what I needed to do for my body to be safe, secure, and not in pain. Again, nobody cares what you're wearing. You're the only one who does. So wear what you want, wear what you need, and just go with it. It's fine. If you're enjoying this video, please leave me a thumbs up down below and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's talk about what didn't work. Washing my clothes in the cruise ship sink was a no-go. If you saw my last video, you know that I tried to use Tide sink packs to hand wash my tops in the sink. It didn't go so well. They're not made for tiny sinks like you get on a cruise ship. So I would not actually recommend doing that. On top of the sink packs not being that great for such a small space, I also then had to wait for everything to dry for a day, day and a half, 2 days, depending on what it was, how thick the fabric was, were there any folds in it, how did I hang it up, and then I had to hang it up. So there are 2 towel racks and a clothesline in the cruise ship bathroom, and that's it. So it's really difficult to do any kind of bulk washing when you don't have access to a place to lay it out or to hang it up where it can dry easily. After a round or 2 of washing my tank tops and t-shirts in the sink, I opted for onboard laundry. I sent it out, they wash, dry, fold it, send it back to me the next day. It's so much more convenient, faster, and more thorough than you can do hand washing in a sink in the bathroom. The second thing that I didn't like was having such a small suitcase and a backpack, and that was it. So I didn't have any room to buy a book or 2. I didn't have room to buy anything that was not consumable. I can only buy small things to bring home as souvenirs, which is fine. I usually buy magnets or wearable things or consumable things anyway, but I didn't have the option to purchase anything larger, like a coffee cup even. My backpack was stuffed to the brim. My suitcase was stuffed to the brim. So there was no room for anything except things that could slide in the cracks and in between rolled up pieces of fabric. So I didn't like having so little space to work with that I wasn't able to have any wiggle room for things that I might have wanted to buy and bring home to remember my trip. When I did give in and buy a book in the Newark airport, I had to hand carry it with me on the plane because I just didn't have room to put even a book into my backpack. So a bigger checked bag would have been nice to have. So I want to know, what's something that you travel with that you will not give up under any circumstances, even if you're going carry-on only? What do you have to have with you when you travel? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. So what lessons did I learn from this experiment? First, I will always take enough tank tops and t-shirts to wear every single day of the cruise. Even if it's a 10-day cruise, I'm taking 10 tank tops or t-shirts with me to wear, to have, so I don't have to wash anything. Or I'll take 5 or 6, and send them out to be washed halfway through the cruise. But no more hand washing in sinks while I'm on a cruise ship. No thanks. I'll continue packing 3 or 4 bottoms, probably skirts or shorts, because I usually cruise in the Caribbean. I wouldn't take jeans going to the Caribbean simply because I get too hot and I wouldn't wear them unless it was going to be really cold when I left or really cold when I got home to North Carolina. That's the only time I would take jeans, and I would wear them on the plane. Same goes with cardigans. Usually I'm cruising in the Caribbean, so a cardigan during the daytime would be too much. So I might take 1 or 2 to wear in the evenings when it does tend to get a little bit cooler when you're out to sea and outside. Or sometimes the air conditioning inside is turned up really high and you want just something to cover your shoulders and upper arms with. So a little cardigan for that would be suitable. 1 or 2 that would go with all the other bottoms that I'm taking. If you want a detailed look at what I took on this 10-day cruise in October in New England, check out this video, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Bye!